Hi, and welcome to the Unreal Engine News and Community Spotlight. Knowing how Ark Survival Evolved takes full advantage of the power of high-end PCs and modern consoles, the games industry was surprised earlier this year to learn Studio Wildcard would be bringing the game to mobile platforms. Enlisting the help of War Drum Studios, Studio Wildcard created a mobile version that offers an equally thrilling experience as its PC and console counterparts. Available on iOS and Android, it features a massive island, over 80 dinosaurs, and the same crafting and building mechanics. While many mobile ports of AAA games offer watered-down mechanics, Ark's mobile players largely get the same great experience. Read our interview with War Drum Studios to learn how they were able to port such a gargantuan title to the smallest of platforms using Unreal Engine. Unreal Dev Grant recipients Sky Machine Studios is jumping into the indie development scene with their first game, Ghost, an immersive isometric stealth game. While the stealth genre has seen some hits and misses over the past few years, there's no denying that a hungry fan base still exists for what could arguably be considered a grossly underserved audience. The small studio of 6 aims to deliver an engrossing experience that benefits as much as possible from the one thing that every indie studio needs a little bit of: faith. We caught up with the team to learn more about the project and their approach to a reimagined stealth genre in the interview linked below. The 2018 Epic MegaJam, our biggest UE4 jam of the year, is coming right up. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to have some fun while owning your Unreal Engine development chops, and you could win some great prizes from our sponsors. The Epic MegaJam will kick off on November 8th at 2 p.m. on our weekly live stream, during which we'll cover all the rules, prize details, and ultimately conclude with the ever-anticipated theme announcement. Participants will have 7 days to create their games before submissions are due on November 15th. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to this year's sponsors, which include Intel, Falcon Northwest, Side Effects, Quixel, and GameTextures.com. More sponsors and prizes will be shared in the coming weeks, so keep an eye on our Epic MegaJam itch.io page for more updates. We've announced another amazing round of Nvidia Edge recipients, and they are incredible as always. First up, Guillaume Rebello documented the process of creating his beautiful modern barn visualization. Leveraging Megascans and SpeedTree, he built a 10 by 10 kilometer landscape with a peaceful oasis in the center and optimized the outstanding scene for submission for the CG Architects Awards. Our second recipient is solo dev Victor Rigaud of Helios Production. He's in the midst of development on Black Day, a single-player sandbox tactical shooter with a customizable game experience. And the final selection is an homage to Dancing Light, a song out of Hong Kong. Chong Zhang has created a stunning tribute video captured entirely in Unreal Engine. In addition to this fine video, Zhang's portfolio consists of a number of incredible character assets, shader breakdowns included. And time for our weekly Karma earners. These incredible folks are helping out their fellow devs find solutions on AnswerHub. So many thanks to Steve Syverson, Shadow River, Every Nun, T. Sumisaki, Thompson N13, Ali Akbar, Firefly74, Mighty Enigma, Felix Leonhardt, and Nebula Games, Inc. Thank you all so very much. Our first community spotlight this week is Medieval Steve. Steve, a magic pile of armor, is destined to save the world. Use your abilities in this fast-paced side-scroller to help you crush your enemies, collect gems, and upgrade your character, making you stronger, faster, and unstoppable. Our second spotlight this week is a tool you may find useful. It's a plugin that auto-sizes your comments. This free plugin will help keep your blueprints tidy, and we all know we could all use a little help there. So very nice work. And the final spotlight this week shines on Pirate Memory Match Game by Braun Games, currently available on Android with iOS in the works. In this match game, you'll unlock chests, memorize the loot, then test your brain in over 75 rounds spanning 15 levels. So find out if you can make it to the end. Thanks for joining our News and Community Spotlight.
Easier to find things to do.
Oh, okay. That's good.
They put a page that's like, go try these things.
And hi, and welcome to our Unreal Engine live stream. I'm your host, Amanda Bott. Joining us this week, we have the folks from 6-Foot Studios. We have Kevin Rex, UI designer, and Matt Giffels, also UIX manager, and fellow community manager Tim Slaker. So thank you all for joining us so much.
Do I talk to the
To the
hey guys,
the
how's it
screen.
going? Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate you taking time out. I know it's a busy week for you guys.
And you guys just launched on Steam, right?
Yeah, we just a couple days ago now. So.
So great. We're
That's
so
awesome.
excited for you. Like
Yeah.
it's a big step.
Yeah, that's so I get to say this because I actually used to work at I know these guys. I worked with them at before I came here at Epic, so it's awesome to get to be on this side of it and talk to you guys about the work you guys have been putting in, and we're so looking forward to discussion. And I can talk today. It's words. Discussing the new UI. You guys recently converted from Scaleform over to UMG, correct?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to talk about that, and let's find out a little bit about you guys though. What's your background, Matt and Kevin? Where did you guys come from? And
Well, my background is I have a master's degree in interactive entertainment from FIA. Shameless plug. And since then, I've been working in this industry for about 6 years now. Always in UI. I've worked in Unity. I've done some work in CryEngine. I've worked in EA's engine, Frostbite, and I've got a little experience in UE3 and now quite a bit of experience in UE4. So I have the gambit of engines and have worked in all of the visual scripting systems in those engines as well.
very awesome.
I went to school at Full Sail in Orlando and started working at EA shortly after, and spent 8 to 10 years. I don't remember, long time there. And then so far, I think I'm going on about 15 years in the industry. Have experience in proprietary engines, and then also the Unreals and those sorts of things. So.
Is the beard 15 years old? How long has that taken?
It's got some age to it now.
Yeah. Do you miss public subs?
Public subs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
I miss pub subs so
man,
much.
so much. I still need to get her to eat a sub. We haven't gone yet. But anyways, I digress. So let's dive in. I'd love to hear about what that conversion. Oh, sorry.
First.
Oh, I'm getting ahead of you.
You are.
I'm slowing down now.
So before we dive into all that, we do have a giveaway. So the lovely folks at Chroma Shift, their Dever Die Studios have released their game Chroma Shift, and we're super excited to celebrate for them. It's a cooperative side-scrolling puzzle game where you use different colors to help solve puzzles, and they gave us some keys. So throughout the stream, you'll see Tim and I dropping some links into the chat. So if you're the first to snag it, you can get a nice key from them. Can we play a little bit of their trailer?
Open up the chat.
We did what we had to do. At least, that's what we told ourselves. It's what we told ourselves as our countries fell into a state of fear. As all sense of order and safety fell apart. It's what we told ourselves as we saw our kin die. As we saw the horror we visited upon the world. They were the enemy. Had to be destroyed. We were told to build an army. So we constructed machines of war, designed to intimidate, to infiltrate, cause terror, and destroy. As we built, so did our enemies. We built facilities designed to improve our production process. They automatically harvested power from every source available to them. Solar, hydroelectric, geothermal, steam, even biological. They were meant to be our crowning achievement. If only we'd realized. If only we'd done something else.
If only they had done something else.
Thanks.
All right, so
That was awesome.
Chroma Shift.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it, and I definitely encourage you to go check out some of the more recent pictures and things of it. But yeah, we'll be dropping in some keys, but keep an eye on that. But I'd like you guys feel free to take it away and talk to us a little about UMG.
Well, things started when we determined that we needed to go from Scaleform to some other technology, and we were using the Unreal Engine for the rest of the game, so it made sense to use UMG. So we started by prototyping out a new flow, and we used a program called Axure for that. And then we just sat down and prototyped the thing out in UMG, which is actually pretty quick. We were able to get most of the flow built out, and I would say about 2 weeks. I think we did. We
Okay,
had,
framework.
yeah, we had the framework in place in about 2 weeks, and then we filled in all the gaps with everything else over the course of about 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah, it went pretty smooth, I would say. It only took 5 to 6 months, which is pretty unheard of. I think usually takes a good year or two to develop a new UI for a game from the ground up.
And this, you guys hadn't previously used UMG?
No, we it was real easy to train up on though. We had no
Yeah.
prior experience with it. We trained up real fast with it, and it's pretty intuitive to use. So things just kind of fell together.
Yeah, I've used Unity's UGUI system before and their legacy GUI, and like I said, I have previous visual scripting experience,
Right.
and that came in super handy for this. So
Yeah, for sure. Kevin was able to develop all of our scripting standards. Because we hadn't worked with it before, so we needed to establish standards that everybody could follow, so that way we could make maintainable code.
yeah, that has been the biggest boon, I think, one of the biggest boons to being able to maintain what we currently have and fix problems and adjust and pivot.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Do we want to go over maybe the prototype, or we can show the build? What do you guys want to move into next?
Let's talk about from where you guys started and get to where you're at now. I think would be the best
Sure.
kind of.
Okay. Well, we've got the prototype up on our screen here. So this is where we started. It's just this is the home screen for the game. So we laid everything out, figured out what content needed to go there, and then we just started building all the pieces we needed in UMG. We didn't even start with code. It was just a very organic, artistic experience almost. We just kind of put things together, and they interacted nicely.
Yeah, we had this pretty fleshed out by the time we started in UMG. I
Yep.
would say we
Yeah,
had a good idea for like the user flow and how we wanted to present information. And that we also had an idea like, oh yeah, we're going to need a button that does certain things. So there were some general widgets we could build out while we were working on the framework and
Yep.
refactoring everything under the hood.
yeah, it was very important that we had planned everything out as well as we did. Otherwise, I don't think it would have went as fast. But yeah, so that's where we are with the prototype. So this is all interactive. It's just kind of give you an idea of what we had to build, and then we can go over into the editor now if you want, and you can maybe show
Sure.
off the home screen.
Yeah, I haven't looked at this thing in so long.
And now, how big was
Okay.
the team that worked on this?
We had about 7 core team members, and then we outsourced a little bit of it to some external teams.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it was very close. We worked very closely with them. It wasn't like we threw something over the wall.
Right.
We had continuous communication with them to make sure that we were all following the same standards.
Yeah.
And it worked out pretty well. The tool set was pretty robust. We were able to get a lot done very quickly.
Yeah,
That's
even with binary assets, the U assets and Perforce.
Yep.
We just with clear communication and even with remote workers, phoning into stand-ups every day, doing screen sharing and stuff for reviews and things like that. We absolutely do visual coding reviews, and it makes a big difference. So
Yeah, the blueprint diff tool, which is, I'm not sure if that's out of experimental yet or not, but it worked out very nicely for us and made our code reviews go a lot
Yeah.
faster.
Aw,
Yeah,
good.
definitely. Yeah, that said, we're still in version 4.13,
Yeah.
and I know there have been some improvements up to
Still
4.2.
a few updates.
Right?
You know.
So if you see some things that are like, that's not there anymore,
Right.
yeah, please point those out so we can get some of those upgrades in. Yeah, so this is the what the home screen looks like
Okay.
in the editor. Here's our level, bunch of blueprints, and organization is a big deal, right? Naming conventions, all that discussions, weeks for namings. The reason I wanted to show off this screen a little bit is because it's got some statically placed items and some dynamically filled items from data. Both are very easy to do in UMG. So all of the buttons on our home menu are just statically placed and take you to a new place in the game. But everything in our featured item list over here is data driven. So this carousel is driven by data structs fed into it, it populates, and then it cycles through time-based. And that was all very easy to set up.
Yeah.
It worked really well. So,
Well, why don't you bust open the play button widget?
this one?
Yeah.
Let's see. The actual play button. The button.
So we built a lot of,
It's a button.
we built a lot of custom widgets. Obviously, pretty much the whole UI is custom. But what we would do it for like a button, for example, is it's a wrapper for the Unreal or the UMG button, and then it just has some parameters exposed that we can then modify and make this button look different from the others.
Yeah, that was really important. We don't want to be making engine changes
Right.
to build this game, because when we start working on another game, we want to be able to use the same or share as much code as we can, right?
Yeah.
Less rework. So wrapping the native Unreal widgets inside of our own widgets allowed us to expose extra functionality without making engine code changes, which make it hard to upgrade the engine.
Yes.
And this was one of the first things we did, right? The home screen.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably the first screen we built.
We did there was a very large learning curve. So we've learned a lot throughout the process over the last, 8-9 months, and continually refined what we did. I'm going to hit play and hope that it works.
It'll work.
It'll work. Yeah, it'll be fine. You can just run it in the editor, which is fantastic. You have
Right.
breakpoints on blueprints and all that stuff. So this is what it looks like when you're running it in the editor. The play button works, right? You can go all the way up through. I think you can actually run all. Can you run critical path?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do critical path.
Yeah. So yeah, this has been excellent. One of the best time savers. Every time someone broke running the game in the editor, we're like, bro, no, don't do that.
That was a problem that we had to deal with. A fair amount was playing an editor not working, because it was a pretty new team. We were learning how to work with each other and how to not block each other. So it was a very invaluable way of working with the game, though, being able to just instantly see your changes in the game. So.
Yeah. Let's see. Another screen I'd like to talk about is our edit ship screen, which it's one of the most complex screens in our game, and there's a ton of visual logic for placing things on the screen and piping the data in here. One of the biggest difficulties was the Scaleform front end previously was very tightly tied to game logic, and even had some logic in it. It manipulated data. It did things that made it very hard to iterate and change. So one of our primary goals in moving to UMG was to untether the visual side of things, the widgets, from the data. And that was a very interesting experience. We ran into some things we weren't aware of, and that definitely affected our development process. But
Good that add a lot
Yeah,
of
they're
time
little-
to the evolutions.
Yeah, there are little minor things that would catch us off guard here and there, like not being able to store localized text in local variables in a blueprint.
yeah, that was interesting.
That was a fun one to track down.
And
So
I
when
know
you
in
guys
the
were
later
doing like
version,
different languages, it wouldn't store correctly, or
Yeah, we support quite a few different languages actually, and that has been. It hasn't been too challenging, honestly. It's just been a process that we've had to go through for each of the languages to make sure that the fonts are working correctly and how the characters show up as they should.
right?
yeah. So each class variable has a namespace key that a loc tool can pick up, and then we pass that key off, so they'll have that text. Local variables don't have that namespace key, and we didn't realize that until
Yeah,
just
it was a
a
little
couple
late.
months ago. Yeah, we're like, oh, that's why that text isn't getting localized. Okay, well, we can fix that.
Yeah,
Which is also a good practice to expose the text that you want exposed to designers that want to change it, right? You don't want them digging through a blueprint, looking through all these like tons of variables and things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the graph here. So it exposes all the widgets and things, and you don't want a designer digging through this to be looking for just one variable that they need to change a word on, right? Or add a word into a string, or fix a spelling mistake. If they can do that all from the designer view over here in the configs, then great.
yeah.
That's a much better place, much easier to read visually. So
We've tried to leverage that process as much as possible to make it easier for our designers to work in the editor. The less code that they have to touch, the better. And with everything being in the properties panels and in blueprints, it's super easy for anyone to get in there and start helping us.
right, yeah, we don't want strings, as many strings as possible out of code, so that when a designer does want a text change, we don't have to recompile everything just to get that shown.
And
Right.
So,
I wanted to interject briefly. One of our very own Nick Darnell, who is gracing us with his presence in chat, is he'd like to share that the blueprint local variable text was fixed, or that bug. So.
yeah, I think
Nice.
I read that in one of the patch updates. So yeah, that's one of the limitations of working in 4.1.3.
Yeah.
There's another, I want it so bad. There's another update that's when you create a function and pass values in, these values don't currently act like local variables. So you have to cache them off in a local variable to use them somewhere else without having tons of like spaghetti. But I think I know at least in 4.2 that is a thing as well. So
For
come on, get that in there, guys.
20?
Engine update. But yeah, so I wanted to bring up a really good example of how a visual change not tied to data would be easy and quick to do in UMG versus Scale. That would have taken like a week.
It would have been
Maybe.
more challenging, yeah.
It would have taken a while in Scaleform in the old system. So originally, in our game, you can edit the loadouts on a ship, and it saves those loadouts, and we have to display all the options to our users. So the edit loadout, there's several things you can edit. You can edit the physical loadout of the ship with which weapons you have on it, which support modules, and then you can also edit the vanity. There's a lot more vanity options than there are loadout options right now. And the way we were displaying the loadout options was a horizontal bar across the screen, which you see here. And we started doing that for the appearance stuff, and it was just, it was too much. But because we had just the data coming in from the C++ header class from an interpreter layer, that we just had the data. We had a list of structs. So the UMG could display it however we choose. Changing the format of a display in UMG is very easy. So we ended up going from a horizontal list on this guy here. It was just like the loadout to this grid. So we could show a lot more items and not have a user scroll for 7, 8 pages of things in one line. And it was very, very easy to go from just a horizontal list with one row to a grid. And this was all contained in a separate widget right here. It used to be horizontal. Change it to vertical or a grid. And the widget is still pretty light. Let's see, show some of the blueprints for that. So the way this screen is set up, this is a panel in our edit ship screen. This is the available items you can equip to these vanity and ship components. These are the actual, like the forecastle and the hull and the engines. You can change those, as well as like the pattern and the coding. You can put a different emblem on your ship. And so all of those have tons of options because we want the users to be able to express themselves and have fun and look badass. So this component has an add module function. It didn't change from horizontal to grid. The only thing that changed was, did I click the right button? I did not. Was the layout. Again, this was just the scroll box. So I dropped a grid, a uniform grid in there, and hooked up the logic for displaying rows and columns, which is not too messy, so I'm okay with sharing this. And these are exposed, like the number of columns are exposed to the designers, so they can just type in a number in the config and change it, which is great. So we don't have to recompile. And again, the data didn't change. This widget didn't actually handle its own
What?
additive logic. Like it just added things to itself.
Oh.
The panel handled when things were added to this widget. So this didn't change either. We just looped through the available data that we have, which didn't change, and it calls add module on this widget. So it worked out really well. I was able to do it in like, what, 30 minutes or something?
It only took
wow.
a few minutes to do.
So
Yeah, our iteration time in UMG is exponentially faster than it was in Scaleform. One of the features that we tried to implement in Scaleform a while back took us about 3 weeks, and it took about like 3 days in UMG, if that.
yeah,
So
And that's
Yeah,
without
it's
having
really awesome.
a ton of prior experience with UMG.
right.
That's,
yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
So it was pretty easy to use, I would say. There's obviously a few things that we ran into problems with. One of the major things that we had difficulty with was gamepad support. So getting like the PS4 controller to play nice, we had to do some custom logic around that to get it to function correctly.
I think the version of the engine we're using, the native navigation component wasn't quite finished.
Yeah, it probably something like that.
And
But despite that, it still was relatively easy to get things up and running.
Yeah.
We made the UI run on both PC and console at the same time while we were building it all. So, and that.
yeah, we had a couple goals for this. One was remove Scaleform, make it data independent, right? Not have it tied tightly to data, and I just blanked. What you just said.
Cross-platform.
Cross-platform, yeah. Do have both platforms or any continuing platforms that we decide to develop on all use the same UI. That way, if there's a bug in one, it's going to be in all of them, but we'll also fix it in one spot.
Yeah, it was nice being able to fix it in one place and have all the platforms be in
Yeah.
sync.
And
so it's a uniform
that also
UI
means
across the two platforms?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The front end at the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're working currently on the HUD parity.
Yep.
In the future,
That one will be a little
planned.
more slow going, the
Yeah.
HUD, but because we want to make sure that we do it right.
Yeah.
It's the HUD right now, we're pretty happy with it. I mean, it works, it looks nice. We just want to make it look the same on both platforms.
Right.
Did the in-game
So-
HUD change from what it used to be? Is it new?
Not yet.
So
No.
that's still like half. It's UMG on PlayStation and
Oh, right.
Scaleform on PC. So
Yeah.
we would like that to be the same as well.
Yeah.
So you guys are in
we
the
still have a
process
little
of
bit of scale
getting
form to
there.
get rid of.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um,
Well, that's
but
cool.
yeah, we've it's been a really good learning experience. I can see the from the first widgets that we made to much more recent widgets and how much more streamlined they are.
Yeah.
The experience has taught us where to draw the line on complexity of your widgets. How much should you have in your hierarchy here versus of native components versus custom made widgets, right? So this button, these are all native components like an image and a text and a retainer box and an overlay. Whereas you can see on the, even in this grid panel, this border dots, we have dots on the corners of all interactive components. Not going to make that over and over again. We're just going to make it once and then drop it into every widget that we have. So this is its own thing, and it's super simple. Just 4 images that are little dots in the corners. And they get more complex as they go, but most of these are just containers. And then they contain our own widgets, which have custom logic. So everything is passed down from parent to child, and child usually doesn't have a reference unless that's slipped by my code review.
We did end up writing a base class that all of our widgets derive from, just to give them some general accessors into the game data. That way they don't all have to have their own accessors, which really made things a lot easier too. So, and in the game, all of our widgets, even the screens, are considered widgets, so they all have access to the same things.
Yeah. So everything is got a parent of a Dread widget. So this particular widget is a bracket. Yay! It went fast. And the parent classes are always Dread widget.
Well, this one's not a good example.
Oh, that's a little
Yeah.
messy.
Well, this one didn't need anything.
No,
It's purely
right.
visual.
Ooh, this one's still user widget. I'm showing bad things.
That's what I was saying. Don't show
I know. I
that.
should show things that we planned
Stick to the script.
because there's never bad things.
No.
No.
No, game dev is perfect.
So
Game
edit
dev
chip
is
screen
super
is that
clean.
everything is flowers and
Yeah.
rainbows. So edit chip screen, that's one of the things we did learn, like in the process of doing this, was we needed those layered classes.
Yep.
Almost like an interface for those engineers out there watching. It's exactly like an interface.
Yeah.
So so
Like
this
user interface?
calls into our edit ship C++, or that's the edit ship.h class, which has things exposed, like is hero ship. So you can just pull the data you need from the C++ header classes, and those all tie into an interpreter layer. And this was part of our UMG refactor. We had to refactor almost the entire front end.
Yeah, we started from scratch pretty much. The only thing that was left in place were the old data structures, and we had to modify some of those as well. But it was a decent amount of work.
Yeah, decent. But it went really smoothly.
Yeah.
For the most part, we were able to adapt to problems that we came across.
Oh, good.
Yeah, very easily, I think.
So curious, from concepts to shipping, about how long was that, the process?
We started in December, I want to say. So
Yeah, the concept, when did we actually start
Yeah.
building it? Was it like,
December.
well, no,
At
the
January.
when did we start UMG?
So it's been like 6 or 7 months.
Because I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you guys, before I left in March, I feel like you guys showed us a demo of it in like February, with the
Yeah.
tool.
Yeah.
We were doing, but that was like mostly the prototype phase around that time.
Right.
But in total, I don't think it took more than 7 months.
No,
Gotcha.
I'd say it took us 6 months, and that was very ambitious.
Yeah.
Especially refactoring all of the code as well.
There were a few late nights, but overall it wasn't. Like,
Yeah, it
we
was
didn't
not a
have-
grind.
No,
It
we
was
didn't
not
have to kill ourselves to do it.
Yeah.
And the tool set made that possible, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
Somebody was asking in chat, how much have you relied on C++ custom widgets over blueprints, do you think?
C++ what? Custom widgets?
Custom widgets versus blueprints.
So pretty much all of our widgets have a little bit of C++ code in them, just so they can talk to the data layer.
Mhm.
But we've really tried to minimize that as much as possible so we can customize things easier and quicker. The less we have to rebuild the client, the better.
Right. So our 6-foot button, our home button for our home screen, we decided to make a different button there because it needed some different functionality than a generic button.
The visuals are drastically different
Right.
too.
We've got the material on it and,
Yep.
and things like that. So that it's parented to Dread which is our base widget class, and is the generic button also?
Mhm.
That's also parented to Dread right?
Yep.
So even though they're different buttons, they have the same parent.
And we tried our best to make it so they don't, like, you don't have to touch code to mess with the generic button. It just it only extends the base class. It doesn't have its own
Right.
C++ class. So we
Yeah. So I guess to answer the question, clearly, almost every single one of our widgets has a parent class, a custom C++ parent class.
Mhm.
Even if it's very simple, sometimes it is just that one. Where did it go? That, even if it's just the one function that you need,
Right.
it just makes it so much easier to debug. If there's a bug in the code, you don't have to touch the UAsset files, which are binary files.
Right.
If isHeroShip is returning the wrong thing, you can go into code or have an engineer go into code and follow that back until you find the problem. So
One really cool thing that we've been able to do is we can make use of shaders in the UI, which in Scaleform is pretty difficult to do. Generally requires a custom code. But for UMG, all we did was wrap the widget in a retainer box and then slapped a material on it, and now we have a glitch effect on our main menu buttons.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
applies it to the whole thing. Being able to use shaders has been really, really a lot of fun for us.
yeah,
that's great.
I guess you want to go through anything else?
no, I think that's a pretty good high level overview.
Yeah.
I'd love to answer questions.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh, all the questions.
So now's the time to get your questions in.
Give me
Yeah.
questions.
How long did it take from the beginning of when you started to grow your beard till now?
I don't know.
Stop.
I'm assuming that's for him. 'Cause that's
I don't.
I'm kidding.
I have no idea. It
Um,
just is. I don't really keep track.
it's,
Uh,
I think 2 months for me. So that's got to be.
I don't know.
They were.
He's
they were
always
pretty
been like that. When I met him, his beard was that size.
I came out this way.
Mhm.
We are going to add. I can't say this because we're probably not, but we want to add a beard for the ships
Oh yeah.
that you can equip. So there will be a giant beard.
But we can do that now because we updated the way we do the emblems. So
nice.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
true.
actually.
All right,
So let me
So-
clarify. We're gonna take UMG and UI
Yeah,
questions.
oh, okay. Oh, that's my fault.
So they were curious, what are some of the standards you used? So I think this came towards the beginning of the
Oh,
stream
yeah.
as far as like
Yeah.
your setup.
So from my previous experience in visual scripting or visual coding, I learned in CryEngine's FlowGraph, which is built on top of Lua. And the next system I used was the Frostbite engine, which is EA's proprietary engine. Uses a system called Rhyme, and it's visual scripting, very similar. XPass, and then I got into Unreal and UMG, and so when I was at EA, I had to learn Frostbite's visual scripting system because they were moving Madden onto Frostbite, and I had to learn how to do it from people that weren't in that office. So I had to network with everyone around the US, and that was interesting. And at that time, I didn't have the visibility into that system to understand what it was built on top of. It's straight on C++.
So what about the standards for here though?
Well, all of that gave me an experience that really tells me that visual scripting, all the blueprints, all the visual languages that I've used they're code, and they should be treated like code. Are they easier to do? Are they faster? Yeah, and that's fantastic. But it's so easy to just let it go. And what's the imager thread? Like blueprint nightmares or something. And you get people making like fish and Cthulhu out of their blueprints.
Yeah, even just those minor things of keeping your lines straight
and not crossing them
really helps.
So
like we try to maintain cleanliness in our blueprints, so they're easy to read.
Readability.
The goal is like a circuit diagram. You should be able to read it.
Yeah. So all of that experience kind of built into this, and so we follow some slightly different coding standards than the gameplay engineers do, and the UI engineers when they're working in C++. So C++ is a little different because it exists in a different context. Our UI is almost entirely event driven. So we almost never use the for each with break loop.
Oh, okay.
Because the savings you get on breaking out of the loop, in my opinion, does not override the readability. So usually with a break, you have to feed execution pin back into the for loop, and you have some crossing execution pins which clutter your blueprint and make it harder to read.
Yeah.
So straight lines, reading, we all read from left to right. And I know people are like, oh, but look how big this blueprint is. It's like, I can't, it's too long. Well, okay, you have a blank line in your C++ code. How many engineers get super upset about that? But it's about readability, right?
Yeah.
Readability is one of the primary focuses. So if you can figure out more quickly, just by glancing at a blueprint, what's going on, then you can very easily diagnose bugs, set breakpoints, follow the coding path.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've gone from left to right. I'm going to click on handle input. So, oh no, a print statement. But even in our handling input, you can see that we've collapsed things down into functions.
Yeah.
This helps with our reuse of code. It helps with finding bugs. If a bug happens in one place, it's going to happen in every place this function is used, instead of split. Like, if this were just every place that we used it, then we'd have to go fix it in every single place, right? So readability is one of the highest priorities for UI code. It's a little less strict on optimization and savings of cycles because we're using an event-driven system here. If we were doing a lot of things on tick, absolutely break out, right? Because doing something 30 times a second, 40 times a second is
don't do things
the same as once every couple seconds. Yeah. So readability and code reuse. I think are some of the primary points. Commenting,
Yeah. Great.
So, may I?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not about beards, I promise. Can you kind of show us how you ended up handling controller input and kind of talk about that a little bit?
Sure.
So we started in the player controller with that.
Yes.
If I remember right.
Yeah. That's got the events.
The player controller fires off events.
I'm not opening that blueprint.
Yeah, that one probably that's a bad one. But so the player controller handles piping the events into the UI, and then each screen handles the gamepad input individually. So we have a function in most of our screen blueprints called handle input, and that was the one that he was showing you a moment ago with the big switch statement.
Oh.
Yeah, so a handle navigation event, and then that just gets piped into the screen, and then from there the screen handles everything as it needs to.
So this, remember how I said our edit ship screen is one of the most complex screens in the game? It was also built a little later versus the home screen, and you can just see the difference in readability on this event graph versus the home screen event graph, right? So we definitely learned as we went. I'm betting this is the, it's on tab change here, navigation. So, oh, that print,
That's all right.
I know.
So we defined all of the actions in an enum, and then each of those can be listened to individually in the screen level, and then we have functions set up for each of the different inputs.
Right. And so for our game, we have a lot of big chunks of UI that we want to navigate between to make it easier for the user so they don't have to scroll through a grid of like 100 things. Not that there's a grid of 100 things, but a really good example would be our action navigation. So this is actually in Dread widget, right?
Mhm.
I think so, yeah. So every widget has an action, which means we keep track of the currently focused item, and we update that every time there's a player input. And then you just call handle action on whatever is in your parent class widget, and that triggers the event on that widget's blueprint. So our buttons, is this the button? Yeah. Have an action, right? Any widget that's somewhere in the chain got Dread widget as its parent can have this event on action received. And this was how easy it was for us to make it do the same thing on a controller button press as a mouse click. Same event, right? Same event going to do the same action. And then this is going to call whatever action it is, right? This calls a delegate, which is bound up in the screen level for the home screen anyway, and sends a navigation event to our navigation manager. So any widget in our code base that has some kind of actionable function on it has an action, and will do different things based on this this event coming from its parent class.
Oh, okay. All right.
How long does that take to go through and kind of figure out to make work?
The gamepad input?
Yeah.
Depends on the complexity of the screen. Some of them take a few minutes to set up. Others can take a day or two just to get it right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because we used the home screen as our trial. I actually did this.
Yeah, and this one went really fast.
This one was super fast and easy,
Yeah.
and it was kind of misleading for some of our more complex screens. I should have started on a complex screen.
Yeah.
Because for simple native things, like this is a scroll box, the native navigation widget worked great. And then I got into more complex widgets where they were our widgets and not the native widgets, and it didn't work as well. So that was a little misleading. And then we started digging into the handle focus of how the Unreal Engine deals with focus and its on focus events. I wonder if
Yeah, chat was
this
asking a little about that. I think their original controller question.
So you see this, okay. And this is something that, this is actually a really good point to talk about, because we moved more away from Unreal's native focusing system because it gave us some problems with having keyboard and gamepad at the same time. Like the enter key is automatically like a click type event for widgets, native Unreal widgets, and that's not something we wanted. So a user who had a gamepad plugged in to their computer, which is how we test all of our gamepad input, by the way. We don't even have to load it onto a PS4 to test it, which is super nice.
Well, it's because we're going for gamepad support on PC too.
Right. So if you use one or the other right now, it works fine. If you use them both, you can get yourself into a funny place. But if we start noticing functionality that everywhere needs, we want to move that to our parent class. So since we've started seeing that everything needs a handle focus and a handle unfocus function for animations, just so we can get the same kind of event like on action. We want it to be generic. That way you don't have to cast to a specific widget type. And that's expensive. And depending on how you cast can also add some hard links into your blueprints, which makes loading times increase, and that's bad. Opening up the editor will take longer and longer and longer. So we definitely learned through that process as we did it. I hope that answers the question. So we would want to add handle focus and handle unfocus, which pretty much just play animations for the most part. You know, there's no changing of data, which is great. That can be handled in blueprints. If you change data, no, send that to C++. But if you're just doing visual changes, handle that in blueprints. It's much easier. It's faster to iterate on. You can see it right away. And yeah, so ideally, this would be an event triggered from a handle event with an on-event call in the C++ Dread widget class. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that or not.
I think you got the answer pretty good.
Yeah, in a very similar way. So
Cool. Do we have any other questions?
yeah,
So was it Axure or Azure is what you were using for? They're asking about what your mock-up tool for the UI was,
We used Axure for that.
and they were wondering your feelings on that versus other tools.
Or what are our feelings on using that versus other
Axure
software?
versus
Well, it's an extremely robust tool, so we were able to prototype a lot of different user interactions that we wouldn't be able to with other software. Like Adobe XD right now is kind of limited to the mobile space, so it didn't really work out very well for us. UX Pin is another one out there, but again, it's mostly web, so Axure allowed us to prototype out things that a little more complex that those other software programs can't handle.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then also being able to just hit a button to publish it out to a web page for people to interact with
Sure,
was
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that. Like if you built it in Unity, it would be very hard to share.
Yeah, and it really, having that prototype really helped us sell the vision up as well to get approval to do the conversion. So,
Right.
And
Nice.
I'm quite happy that we didn't build the prototype in UMG, because then there's always the danger. It's like, oh, we've got this thing already built. Let's just use it. No, it's a
Right.
prototype.
You can start clean and
Yeah.
take it out.
Yeah.
They're wondering, so when reading values from like your config file, would designers directly edit those, or did you provide a way for them to edit those values through the engine?
there's a lot of data, and some of it is handled different from other parts of data. So some areas they are able to use the editor, other areas they have to go into a config file. It just kind of,
Would you give some
it
examples
depends
of
on
those?
I think
Yeah.
when I came on anyway, there were already several different locations and places for designers to do that, including config files and data assets and JSON and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We did start using data assets, the data assets in Unreal, the data tables.
Yeah.
That's what they're called. Which are easy for designers to find. They're, again, readable and easy to find if you put them in the right place.
Yeah.
It makes life a lot easier because you can just pass things around in Unreal much more easily than pulling in from a text file or something like that.
All right. And they're kind of wondering,
I'm failing with these keys.
what are some of the things as devs would you like to have prioritized in terms of features in order to make like UMG better? So like, what are the things that you would like to see?
Well, having
That's a dangerous question. Piss off.
I
Stream
Well,
hosts.
suck
well,
it.
from your experience with it, right? So even our devs are, Chad is asking about it, and they want to know like what kinds of things would you like to see as like a community,
I have a good
what's
answer.
feedback for us?
Oh, do it.
It's a safe place
so-
here.
everybody wants something.
For me, it would be it seemed like there was a little bit of lack of support for gamepad input. The documentation was a little lacking, at least when we were getting into it. Maybe we may have missed something, but from what we did found, it was we had to do a lot of trial and error to get things up and running. So I think if we would have done a better investigation into that, and then maybe communicated with Epic a little bit more to figure out where we should start with things, that probably would have went a little better.
Yeah, I'd like to see personally, and I know this is not an easy thing to ask, or because it's not a light system, but the timeline.
Make a game button.
No, the blueprint timeline, the UMG timeline editor is extremely minimal.
Yeah.
You can't add keys dynamically. You can't add keyframes dynamically, or remove them, or change them dynamically, and it
was a little tough to work with sometimes.
I think that's a big limitation for animating in UMG. So if you want to do custom animations and things in UMG and make that data driven, you can't right now. Or it's a bit of a workaround to get that going.
Data driven animations is definitely something that would be helpful. Being able to dynamically change an animation based on that data.
Right.
So,
Nice.
So that's something I'd like to see. It would make polishing a UI much faster, I think. Yeah, if you want like lens flares and glints, Madden was all about lens flares. But yeah, just shiny things, material animations, all of that. If they were accessible in the timeline, properties of those were accessible in the timeline, that would be really awesome to be able to edit those live.
Cool.
Sweet.
Now, so speaking of shiny things, people, you touched on this a bit before, and they noticed your glitch effect. And you may have mentioned it, but did you guys achieve it using dynamic material instances? You mentioned using shaders, right?
I didn't actually build that. Yeah.
It's a material instance, yes. We had one of our VFX artists build that out for us, and then we just applied it to the widget in the UI. It
was super easy to do. It just happened.
Yeah, it was just you right click on the part that you want to apply a material to, and you wrap it in a retainer box, and then you slap your shader in there, and you're good to go. It was real easy to do.
It's in here somewhere.
Yeah, it's in. If you go into the button.
Oh, in the button itself.
Yeah, it's in the button.
Okay. That's the button. All right.
And then
that's what the retainer box here is. Yeah.
Yeah. So this retainer box.
Which retainer box?
Yeah.
Boom.
And that's it.
Oh,
and
awesome.
then we were able to access that material instance from Blueprint, so we can make it do things a little differently depending on what you're doing with it. So the focus state is different than the unfocused state, and we have to be able to turn that on and off in the shader.
Okay.
Right. It's like you'll see little blue specks kind of fly across.
Yeah.
I realize I'm not even doing that on camera. You can't even see what I'm doing with my hands. Versus the lines going across the highlighted button. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think you guys really sold that effect. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah,
So.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then they're wondering, maybe you want to, what was your inspiration for the new design? Like, what directed you to this style?
Oh, but
A couple things.
Yeah, we really liked. Let's see, what was the main direction? Was retro future? Wasn't that it?
As far as like tone,
Yeah. We used a lot of inspiration from the Alien movies.
Yeah.
Alien Isolation, that game.
We looked at Alien Isolation.
Those sorts of things. So we wanted it to be high tech, but still look
low res,
old, like it's an old high tech thing.
Right. So like an Alien, you have they're still using CRT monitors, right?
Right.
But they're on space station. So they have kind of like a fuzzy effect. We looked very hard at adding like a kind of glow around our text and things like they do in Alien Isolation. But
kind of think like, the Millennium Falcon. It works sometimes but you have to hit it every now and then.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what we were going for.
That's the look and the feel we were going for. So we had to be very careful because there's a lot of UI in this game. Alien Isolation has very little UI. It's minimal. so they can more easily get away with making it less readable because it's still readable in what they have. If we added glow effects to all of our text, you wouldn't be able to read it.
Yeah.
So we had to
Right.
find a different solution for that, and that was this kind of jittery, scratchy. Yes.
Yeah, it looks
That's
really
good,
neat.
though.
Yeah, the UI it feels alive and feels like there's activity. Yeah.
Well, I think that's
Does that
our questions.
Okay.
So, thank you all so much for joining us.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm going to be.
Thanks for
I feel like chat seemed to learn a lot,
Yeah.
so
This was
that's
awesome.
always a good start.
Yeah.
No, it's really
That'd
informative,
be
and you
good.
guys, we really like diving into Dreadnought and seeing how you built all this and put this together. It's a really wonderful UI. Love the look and feel of it. So, great work, and again, congrats on your Steam release.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
always exciting and scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm dropping our survey into the chat. Please let us know how we're doing, what kinds of things you would like to see in future streams. And yeah, we give away some t-shirts
Yeah.
occasionally from that.
I'm doing a survey.
So each week, if you drop in your email, we take one of those names and send somebody a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So it's a nice, easy way to get some swag.
Yeah.
Always check out for your local UE4 meetups, meetup.com/pro/Unreal Engine. Lots of great folks, hopefully in your area, and if not, you can start up your own event. And also, we're always looking for
Intros.
intros. Yeah.
So we do normally when we don't run into some technical difficulties before stream, we'll have a 5-minute counter where we're showing off games. So if anybody out there is working on a game and they want to share a speed version of that development with us, we ask you take about 30 minutes and crunch it into 5 minutes and send that over to community@unrealengine.com. Include a description of your game as well as a PNG file for your logo. And you may see your game highlighted on the intro of our stream.
We're always looking for new spotlights
We love
So-
spotlights,
in the forums.
except those.
Is where we often look for them. So not that we go other places, but
Yeah.
if you're posting in our work in progress or our release projects forums, we're always looking for rad projects, and then we can
Yeah.
talk about you on the stream. So be sure to follow us on social media. And this week,
We're doing something a little different. So normally we end the stream and that's it. But actually, I don't know that we've ever talked about this. If anybody out there does stream their Unreal Engine development, you actually can stream under Unreal Engine as I call it a game, but as a category now on Twitch. So I'm always diving into these Twitch chats and hanging out. And we've started hanging out with a guy named Matt Workman who's working on this really cool project. So what we're going to do this time, for the first time, we're going to try it out, and we're going to host his channel here. So we'll send you guys all over there to check out what he's working on. It's his content, so we can't be responsible for anything that's language or otherwise. But so use caution if that's a concern. But I want to thank the guys at 6 Foot Man. It's awesome to see you guys. It was great having you guys, and thanks so
Yeah.
much for joining us to explain everything. And keep
we
at it,
wish you
man.
the best of luck.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks so
All
much,
right.
guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Have a good week, everybody.
See you.